like an individual recruiting where I'm trying to do this for you individually. This is a unit that we have to mold together even before they step on campus, because that's got to be the mentality in that room. College football is changing a little bit. I can't allow that to happen in the O-line room, because we are a unit and we always going to be a unit.
Well, you guys been looking at the portal. Obviously, DLT was a big part of your unit this past season. Would you like to add 1 or 2 more guys in there?
It just depends on the fit. I always go through my guys that are already on campus. If we ever look at the portal, it's a group decision. It's not just Coach Atkins. I go to my guys. We have a conversation and they evaluate and talk about it, what our need is, because like I said, it's a unit. So I can't just be throwing random guys, man. They know who's coming in, they know who's leaving. It's an open conversation, they're always involved. And that's why we've never had much, our units have molded pretty quickly when we brought guys in the portal, because it was a group decision. So, I'll talk to them, kind of show them some guys and see what they think, and we'll kind of move on from there.
So how do you weave 17, 18-year-olds together from different schools to help building kind of a unit before they even step on campus together?
Character. You got to get the right kind of guys. The guys that understand a line play and know what they want and want to be in a unit. It's a desire to be in a unit. And that's what I love about these guys, because if you follow recruiting, they were close. It wasn't one of them posting something that the other one wasn't commenting on or posting on or liking or getting together in group deals and text messages. So they were already tied at the hip. They already had roommates picked. They knew what they wanted to do regardless. That's why I said there wasn't no more recruiting conversations. These guys were starting to build a relationship with each other, which made it a special group.
The pure size that you guys add from the offensive line class, just in terms of the measurements of those guys, how important, I guess, is that for what you're trying to accomplish long term with that group?
Well, just football is a punishment game, and there's an old school saying, little guys get hurt. So we want to get some big, massive guys in there to kind of be able to withstand the game and also have some strength. So getting big is good, and we got some little guys that battled and did a good job, and they're going to continue to develop those bodies. But we want to get some big size out there. We want to be able to move people out the way.
And then to add 4 right now from this class, and you said maybe more in the portal, depending on what you guys do, just to add depth to the offensive line. What can that do for you guys in practice in terms of just kind of executing things that you guys?
Same thing like you talk about health. Now we always have development, true development, staying healthy, being able to not have to cross-train early to learn one position, to become a vet in that, to become a deal before you have to move again. Because sometimes development is delayed if you got to move again multiple times.
Okay.
So you want to cross-train them, but you want to make sure they're comfortable in where they're at first. So we're going to start them in one position, let them roll, let them learn the offense, and then start cross-training once they're comfortable, so they find that comfort level. But if they never find that comfort level, that stunts development, because confidence is the number one thing. You have to give them confidence in what they're doing so they want to do it more.
We heard Coach Norvell talk about relationships. He talks about it all the time, but with recruiting specifically for a guy like Kanaya and then Inquay were both guys you were in on for a long, long time. See those come to fruition from the
and Daughtry.
And Daughtry,
and
too.
Jalen.
So all of them.
It's been a long time.
So what does it like to kind of see that all come to fruition with signatures today, know that you're going to coach these guys?
Oh, man, it's fun for them. Just to see their excitement for each other. When one was jumping in, the other one was jumping up and loud, just like they try to get like this content of us jumping down. I said, man, they need to get them kids jumping down each other, because those guys are so close and so tight that their excitement for each other is what excites me.
How important was quality, quantity, versatility out of this class in particular?
The first thing is quality, character, the type of men we're bringing in that room. That was the number one target I looked for in all the guys we recruited. We needed to bring some young men in there that had the like minds, like attainments, and wanted to accomplish a goal together. So all of those guys displayed that. They all were on really good high school football teams. A lot of them played deep into the playoffs. All of them were the leaders of their teams, and just adversity. They've been through bad. A lot of them lost early and recovered late. So I just wanted to have that as the first thing. Now, of course, they're big, strong, they can move, and all that good stuff that's necessary to play this high level of football. But the type of these, I promise you, that the type of these young men I can't wait to see the response of people once they get here. Just the type of young men they are, with great parents, great leadership. That's what I'm more excited about than anything.
In an ideal world, you'd get everybody in early, and they can enroll early and get strength and conditioning going. Just how is that process going to start? I know you might not want to start a guy playing a lot in his first year, but there are chances for guys to get into that rotation early.
Of course. Now we got some multiple sport guys that can play some other sports in high school, so they're going to hang out. But no, that's talked about versatility, but also getting them in early, getting them acclimated to the spring, and the guys more just getting them in the room. Getting them in the team so they feel like they're a part of the team by the time we hit camp. That gives them another leg up, so they're not kind of just getting their bearings when they get here. So I think early enrollment is important. We got a couple guys that's really probably going to push for that.
Is Jalen Early a tackle, a guard? You know what you project him
Yeah,
as?
he's a tackle. He can play tackle, and that's we talk about that versatility. He's done it. He can play guard and slide in there and do that too. So he's that guy that can do multiple things. He's just an all-around good player, but we recruit him as a tackle.
All four of the guys you signed, I believe, are pretty high classifications and pretty good states for football too. Is that, imagine, not a coincidence?
No, I mean, there's good football everywhere. There's good players. You can find them in small schools, big schools, just like you can in college. You look at the draft, it's all over the place. But the reality of it is the type of O-line programs they come from breed the type of mentality that we're looking for. And that's what's the most important thing. Like you look at Daltrey, who's where Maurice Smith is from. That kind of mentality that comes from Miami Central and things like that. You look at Kanai, who's coming from Brunswick, Georgia, who, big history of football, toughness, running the football, protecting and things like that. Then you got Lee Counter and Tom down up there in Leesburg, doing a great thing close to Albany, winning, running the football, toughness, O-line development. Then you got Duncanville out there in Texas and Dallas, still playing, running the football, toughness, getting through practice, fighting through injuries. They have the mentality that we're looking for.